Welcome to Finca Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning.
Welcome back to the Finca, everyone.
Yep. We're still in the kitchen.
What are we doing? Yes, we're working on our old kitchen. It's not going to be the kitchen in the future, but a bit.
Yes, not the main kitchen, but sort of a little morning room. We'll have a table and chairs, have our breakfast, and when it's boiling hot outside, somewhere nice and cool that we can eat lunch.
Yes, we've got our bakery oven there, which we're kind of rebuilding. We rebuilt the hood. We're taking all the old grotty plaster off the walls. We've kind of done that on this part of the room. And now we've got this cave in the kitchen that we're working on at the minute. We've cleaned it all out. It's literally just a hole in the ground, literally just earth and
Rocks.
boulders and rocks and things that's been dug out, and we're coating that with a coat of like a lime render or a lime plaster. Same thing. Just
to make it nice and clean and seal it all.
We don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but we can't do anything with it until it's nice and clean.
Yes, exactly.
So, yesterday on the end of the last video, we managed to get the roof of the cave done. Sharon will show you that in a minute. And now we're going to carry on and start working down the walls. So shall we crack on?
Let's do it. So, for those of you that didn't see the end of the last video, this is our little cave. There's a shelf over there, and this is what it looked like. And the floor, just soil and rocks, before yesterday. And yesterday we sprayed the ceiling, or Andy did, with this lime render. You see that? And it just puts a nice clean coat on. So today we need to carry on and do these walls, and then we can decide what we're going to do with the floor, and put some lights in there. We need to do that, although I'm not sure that'll be on this video. But yes, and then we can decide what we're actually going to use it for. It just seemed a shame to seal it all up again after we discovered it, so we'll just make it look nice.
Right, so we're on with our next mix. We'll mix the sand and the fibres we're putting to strengthen it. We're actually using NHL 3.5. Which is a natural hydraulic lime. Normally we use hydrated lime, we love it and we prefer it, but in this case we're using the hydraulic lime because it sets faster and it's stronger when it's done. Being that it's a roof of a cave and we want it to be strong and secure, we thought that would be the best option to do that. So I'm going to get this mix finished. We'll make it really watery. It goes in the wheelbarrow, we wheel it in and then spray it onto the walls. I'm using a 3-to-1, 3 parts sand, 3 parts lime.
1 part lime.
1 part lime. It's a good consistency. So I'm using 6 sand and then 2 lime. This is the first lime, the sand's already in. Get him in. Right, so while that's mixing, we need to give it a good wetting down now. Soak it through. We need to mix it for about 10 minutes or so. And there we go. Changed my safety sunglasses from my clear ones. Something like that. Right, I've got to go for a mask. It's pretty nasty in there.
Well, it's done.
One of the most horrendous jobs I've ever done in my life, possibly.
I tell you what, Chris and Lillian, if you're watching, I do not envy you having done all of those caves, because this little tiny one has about killed the pair of us. Stand
up. You're like, if any aspiring Cossack dancers just do a bit of work in the space this side, the legs will be good for it in no time
Big thigh muscles.
Right, obviously, yes.
You can probably see we've got more on ourselves than on the wall.
I actually got that bad in the end. I actually stayed in the hole and Sharon was loading the hopper.
I was just loading this and passing it to him, but the trouble is, actually this is not the one, the other one has holes here that we were doing the walls with, and of course you load it up and it just runs out the holes. So it went all over me, and but anyway, we've had a bit of a system going, and we've done it. We've done it.
Everything's cleaned up. We've just got to clean off round the step. There's quite a bit of stuff on the floor there. Well, that's going to be our next challenge. What we're going to do with it.
Yes.
We're thinking about doing a trying to limecrete down on there, but again, that's not going to be an easy task in such a small space, especially to trowel it off and get it smooth or polish it a bit. So we're thinking about that one. And switch back to my sunglasses now, and we're not in any way involved with 3M, but we actually just wear these all the time. 3M safety sunglasses, and the clear ones for in darker spaces like that. We get lots of comments about safety glasses. They are actually genuine, proper safety glasses. I'll put a link in the description.
You wear them all the time as sunglasses.
All the time,
don't you? But yeah, they are.
Restaurants, bars, everywhere.
But we're not sponsored anyway, shape or form.
No, not at all. But
just thought we'd mention them to you because they're
fantastic.
Highly recommended. Yeah.
So, what's next on the floor? We've got to go and vote.
Yes, we can't do any more today because we need to clean up, and it's the local elections in our little village.
The mayor.
Tonight, so we need to go, and it's very sophisticated. We've been told to bring a paper and pen.
High tech. It's only a small village, they don't have pens and paper.
100 people.
So we've got to take our own pen, our own piece of paper to vote for a future mayor. So that should be interesting.
Yes.
So on that note, I'm going to get this step cleaned up. You've got to pop out.
I've got to go and do a bit of shopping, and we'll pick up with you.
We'll show it to you when it's all difficult. The top's drying bits on, but we'll show it to you in the morning when it should be gone off
in the morning.
Right, it's a new day. It's drying nicely, and still very wet around the bottom. In fact, I'll show you. I hope you can make that out on there. The floor's still untouched. It's got lots of bits of stuff on it. But yeah, it's drying right at the top. That's what we did the day before. But yeah, it seems to have stuck pretty well. So we're pretty happy with that. So we're just going to leave it for now to go off a little bit. We're going to turn our attentions now to the final wall. This we knocked through a couple of weeks ago now, I think. We understand that was the original entrance to the oldest part of the house, which is this little bit here. We're going to be, there's a passageway goes through there. We're going to be blocking that up, blocking it up. Probably put a door on here. That's going to be the office. These walls, we're not quite sure what to do with them yet. We need to take out that step and round that corner back a bit to make easy access through there. But this wall, we've still got problems with the roof up here. We've had all the roof done, we've done all the roof, but we've still got a leak, and you can see, I don't know if you can see the salts coming through on the wall where it comes in from the roof. That's the problem in here. It's been an eternal problem. It's an inherent design fault with the building, but we've knocked some of the internal plaster off the ceiling, and we didn't know where the leak was coming from. It was just ran down this wall, which I'll show you in a minute. Looks like it's been doing it for 100+ years. But with that cleared off, it actually runs down this beam now, and down towards this wall. We've tried to light it up in here as much as we can. We've got the sun in. Yeah, it now runs down this beam, and you can see these are grooves in the wall where it used to come in up there and run down. We also think there's some coming in from that edge of the wall as well. But I think the wall on the kitchen, which is the other side of this, I think we're just going to leave it. We're going to try an experimental lime wash on it to see if it'll work, and then in anticipation that we're going to be able to cure these leaks, now I know where they're coming from. I believe it's coming from where the flue enters the chimney. They're always a nightmare, ceiling chimneys. This is going to be stoned up. We're going to have a nice window in here, and this is going to be our office, but this is in the future. I just wanted to show you the roof and explain the leak and why we're deliberating with this wall. On the outside you can see the flue sticking up there. We're probably getting some ingress from the top of the wall there, we assume. The biggest problem is where the roof meets that vertical wall and the gully. It's a fundamental design problem. It's probably always going to leak, but we're going to be looking at it in the future. That's where there's going to be stone up where the windows go in, but we're not going anywhere near it at the moment because it's supposed to be really stupidly hot again today, so we're going to be concentrating on the inside. The roof, by the way, only leaks when it rains really heavily. If you saw the last video, we had a bit of rain the other day. It's absolutely bone dry, so it's a strange one, but we'll crack it one day. But we're not, as I said, we're not looking at it yet. It's far too hot out there, and it's not an issue at the moment. So I think what we're going to do, perhaps initially, is clean off a section of this wall, try a lime wash on it. Also on the vaults in the ceiling, as you can see them on that, it's bolted in between. We're going to clean them off and try a wash on there to see if that'll stick. And we need to clean all these beams off, bring them back to nice, get all of the stuff smeared and stuck all over them. So yeah, plenty to get on with. So first of all, I'm just going to clean down one of the nastiest parts of the ceiling, get the muck off it, put some moisture into it, and a bit of the wall. The wall seems to be able to breathe alright. We think it's lime. It's hard to tell with a lot of places in this place. There's all sorts been used over the years. It's not actually too bad. I'm just going to do a little lime wash mix now. Try it on the ceiling and try it on the wall to see if it'll stick, see if it'll soak in well enough. In the deepest depths of the workshop, this is where our lime lives. It's already made up. There's a putty. I'm just going to take a bit out, stick it in my pot, not mixing a lot. A little water in there. I want it quite thin, quite runny, I think. If it takes 5 coats, it takes 5 coats, it doesn't matter. Right, I'm back in there. Put the lid back on. We have a little dinky mixer that we use for the lime, for the wash. Check him over there in a minute. Give it a mix, gently. Give it a whirl, see what happens. So there we go, it's hard to tell at the minute, but hopefully as it dries we'll see some results from it and keep putting coats on it and see what kind of an end result we got. One of the reasons we want to leave some of the walls white is to make it a bit brighter, and obviously if they're brilliant bright white they're going to reflect the light around. If we had them all back to stone it won't. Anyway, big shifters here. I'm going to see what I can do with this bit here, get this lot out, this step out at least. Alrighty. Oh, would you look at that? Just 10 minutes and it's already going white. Looks like it's going to work. That's absolutely fantastic. Well, yeah, big shifter, as powerful as he is, he's just snapped his chisel, which is not good because I don't have a spare one, but you couldn't make this up. And this is in no way instrumented or planned, but like I said, you couldn't make it up. But we actually received yesterday a demolition hammer drill from Vevor. If you can see the box there. I've just taken it out of the box. Alfie is already in the box asleep. But yeah, very fortuitous actually, because I would have had to wait until I've ordered a new chisel because I don't have a spare. But look at this, absolutely fantastic. It makes a big shifter look like well, like the air hammer really. So yeah, I'm going to get it all out of the box and have a look. And yeah, thanks Vevor, you've saved the day, and we'll put this to the test right now.
And there he is, young Alf in the box. Doesn't miss a trick. Any new box that comes into their house, he has to test it. So, Alfie, what are you doing?
So I haven't even had a chance to have a look at this myself, but I've just opened the box now. We've got instruction manual, put it on there with the cap, pair of gloves, pair of safety goggles, a mask, safety equipment, very important, and I can lift it up. It actually weighs about 20 kilos this apparently. Right, there's chisels that come with it. Get them out of the way, pop them on the floor down there. Little tool kit, we'll have a look at that in a minute. If I can lift it out. Crikey, that's a beast. Absolutely fantastic. Right, so I'll have a look at it, see how we put it together. We'll even get spare brushes with it as well, it would seem. And it comes in the case is actually a wheelie case as well, because you wouldn't want to be carrying this far, to be honest. So, let's see if we can get it put together. Right, okay, so it needs oil in it. It's a hydraulic oil, VG46. Don't know if I've got any of that, but I need to get some. But it comes new with enough oil in it to run for 20 to 30 hours. And you need to obviously periodically check it. When you use it, you need to warm it up a little bit first. It says the chisels, I'm going to use this big chisel. You just pull down the catch there and it comes out. So get it back in, push it back in, turn it through 180 degrees and it's locked in. It's got a rotating handle, so you can use it in any way you see fit or you fancy. It comes with a pointy chisel and a flat, big preferred type of chisel for us. And so a little tool kit, big spanner there to open the oil thing, and a little bottle. I guess you can keep your oil in. It measures it in grams, so I'm guessing this has got a measure on it somewhere. But more exciting, let's go and knock our wall out. Right, so it's had a bit of a warm up. I'm not sure how long you're supposed to warm it up for. It's got a 2-stage button on it. You can actually lock the trigger on as well, so you don't have to hold it. I'm standing here so you can see me. But yeah, let's see what it can do. Let's go for it. Crikey. Let's just smack that piece of marble straight in half. I'm not sure how deep it goes though. Excellent. Wow. This thing is, oops, pretty powerful. Let's just smash that in half and lifted it out. Happy days. Right, I'll carry on. Oh, that is an absolute brute. It's just lifted that out. Absolutely brilliant. Cool. We're nearly done here then. Just this corner now to get off. I'm sure it'll have no trouble with it.
Wow.
Fantastic. Well, that's made super light work. Just rounded the corner off lovely. It's a Vevor J865A. There'll be links and everything in the description as always. What an awesome bit of breaker kit. It's heavy, 20 odd kilos I think, but if you want to get a job done like that, it doesn't mess about. I'm sure it'll get lots more use in the future, as well as big shifter of course, and the air hammer, which I'm going to use now because that's a bit big and brutal and heavy to be doing more delicate things. But for initial stuff, right, I'm stepping down a gear now with the old air hammer out. I'm going to try and see if I can clean this up a bit more. I didn't need a big shifter type thing, did it? See if we can find some nice stones behind here and get all this rubbish off. It actually really looks as though this corner was rounded back before they plastered it square, because the original stones are all intact here. Keep exploring, see if we can uncover something beautiful. Well, this wall is a proper mess. This isn't going to be easy. Back to the original big stones. There's one there, there's one there. These are what I put in up here a while ago when I did the top. They're kind of in a line, but here in between it's just, don't know what's happened in the past, what they've done in the past. But I think first off we'll do a clear up because we're just going to be swamped in it. And yeah, this is going to take a bit of time though, but it's going to be good. It's actually given us a little bit more width than we had originally, and when I do this side I'm sure they'll give us a little bit more as well. So that makes happier days, doesn't it? That's the last barrow. This is drying lovely.
It is.
It is. Don't touch it, it's still powdery.
Big result.
It's not carbonated yet.
The ceiling as well.
I know, it's worked really well. Right?
It looked to be such a mess, and I was absolutely dreading how we were going to cover it really, but it looks like the good old lime wash is going to work. So
yes.
Happy days.
And that's it for today. It's enough time for a call.
It certainly is.
I'll be back in the morning.
I unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I'm back to the UK tomorrow to see my mum just for a week. So Andy's holding the fort.
Yeah, we're going early and I'll be carrying on,
Yes.
so don't go anywhere.
And so I'll see you not on the next one, but on the next one.
And I'll see you in 2 minutes. Less than that, actually probably in 10 seconds. Right, okay, Sharon's safely dropped off at the airport on the way back to spend a week with her mum. This is dried lovely this morning. No white on it at all. It's not powdering off, which means it's carbonated properly, which means it's looking good for all the water. This is kind of possibly the worst one. I think what I'm going to do now is carry on getting this door bit here tidied up, finished off, try and make head or tail of it, and this side as well. I think we're probably going to do the passage at the same time as the kitchen, and there's not really much in there. It's just the floor. I think it's going to have to come up, because in the main living room we've got some massive sandstone slabs, huge things that run all the way down the centre, and obviously we want the floors to be a similar level all the way through. And the size of the slabs are going to have to come out, because it's just earth basically and rough concrete. What are you doing? Just do a scrapping again, and build it back up to the same level. So to keep this the same level, I'm going to need to take this down as well. This is a little passageway, as you've probably seen many times, and that door, which is the original door, or one of the original doors, leads through to the main part of the house. These are the slabs, if you can make them out. There they go, they're about this wide, massive, long, huge things. And at the side again here, it's the same sort of floor that's down in there. So to take that down, to then rebuild back up to this level, means I'm going to have to do the same in there. We're going to have a step, and I don't really want a step. This side, I'm going to cut down to a wavy edge, exposed stone on this part, I think. Yeah, we're so keen to get all the rubble and rubbish out there so we can start rebuilding it. But it's going on forever. There's tons and tons of it. Trips out with the wheelbarrow. But we'll just keep plodding on. That's a good one. Excellent. God, what a mess. I'm going to take this stone right back to the door, I think, rather than having a little thin painted edge. We're not far off the bottom there. Of course it takes twice as long as on your own, because you've got to then power it all out, go down, bring it back, start again. But so I'll carry on. I think I'm going to end the video there. I'm just going to carry on with this. So yes, thank you so much to Vevor for the big machine. Thank you so much for everyone for watching, and we'll see you on the next one, or you'll see me on the next one. Sharon won't be back, I don't think, and I'm going to carry on with this.